Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you're tuning in to the George King Talks podcast, and welcome. Yes. And again, you're tuned in with Martijn, Ollie, and Tomo. And our special guest star tonight is Lisa. How you doing, Lisa?
Hello.
Why is that funny?
Sorry, I just slapped myself. I should have pressed that. Thank you very much. Sorry, Lisa. You know, it's getting that time, but my eyes are going. I've put my glasses on, and we're all good. Lisa, a woman. Yes,
I am.
we all agree.
I'm one of those.
You are fantastic. You have the what's it called? The XX chromosome.
Yep.
And the man has XY.
XY.
Yes.
Oh, right.
So definitely a woman. So from a woman's perspective, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, we are directing these questions, and if you notice, the rest of the fellas are very quiet because we have a woman in the house. Yes, that's right. And it's a rarity, and we like to get the ladies' perspective. And we appreciate Lisa being with us this evening. So, Lisa, my next question will be to you is, what do you think of a woman that has 3 children from 3 different guys?
That's a question and a half, isn't it?
That's loaded, isn't it?
Whoa, that's a biggie.
that's
a biggie.
What does that tell you about the woman? What does that make you feel? What do you think? I just want to.
Do you want? Because this
opinion.
is really hard. Because this is going to be my personal opinion. Yeah.
Which is what we want.
Yeah. Right. I'm not speaking for any other women here on their opinions. You know, everyone's completely different. But my first thing I was thinking to my head is that she's made some really stupid choices in her life. I think that she's
3 times.
probably 3 times. No, not stupid choices, because the children are everything.
No, I agree.
That is in ways that, you know, to get herself into that position. And
Do you think it affects her future? On meeting a nice guy?
Yeah, because is he going to be number 4, and is he going to be number 5, and is there going to be number 6? I mean, that's my personal opinion. I just think, you know, 3 guys have tried it with one girl, and the odds here that is it the 3 guys or is it the one girl that's the problem? You know, at the end of the day, you know, they all split up over different ways. Unfortunately, there's children, as long as they're loved by hopefully both parents on both sides. But
you don't know if it was a relationship or not. Could have been like going out with one guy, second one was a one night stand, another one was like you're going out for a couple of weeks. Like,
well, this is what I mean. There's completely different circumstances on it. But I mean, if you look at that way, the first thing I'm going to think is for an old slapper.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, I know.
It was a leading question, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was leading you down.
Yeah, that down. If you want that answer, yeah, of course I'm going to think that. Yeah, you're going to. Yeah, I'm going to think.
Look, from a woman's perspective, and you're the one who said she's a slapper.
Yeah. But I can't.
The thing is, if a man was to say that, we'll get shot.
Yeah,
right.
You would.
And it's not fair how there's wording that is acceptable if a woman says it, but if the man says the total opposite for a woman, kind of thing, or from a man's point, he will get shot down. Like, a man doesn't have the right to have an opinion. It's rude. It's disgusting. You know, I mean, for instance, if just a quick little snippet here, a lot of women nowadays, not the old school women, the modern day woman, a lot of majority of percentages, they're 6'6". You know, 6 foot high, 6 pack, and a 6 incher. And speaking to the mic, mate, I can't hear you. No, and no. Well, that's what they call it. 6 foot.
I thought you were going to say 6-figure salary rather than a 6 incher, but
but it should be another 6 because it is a 6-figure salary they want as well. But I didn't want to bring finances into it.
Okay, ignore that then.
Because I just wanted to what a man physically has, which is height, physique, and libido. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what a modern day woman wants.
Yeah, but turning the question around, George, if you turn around and said to me, there's a guy over there and she's got two different, right? So I'd feel exactly the same about the bloke.
I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'll come back to that. This one here is going on to, well, I just want to do a little clip it of what is acceptable for women to say and what is acceptable for men to say. Or shall I say, what is not acceptable for men to say. Whereas a woman wants the 666 as a preference. And everybody's behind it. They'll support, 6 foot man, oh yeah. A 6-pack, great physique, fantastic. Yeah. What? 6+? Yeah. And it's applauded and it's enforced and everyone supports that. If a man turns around and says, well, I want a tall woman, big boobs, and a big butt, and that's it, you will get slaughtered.
Yeah, you're shallow.
Yeah, you're shallow.
Yeah.
You're sexist.
I mean, I
you're
think
a
them
pig.
shallow if that's what they want from their partner or girlfriend or wife.
They probably are.
And the woman's
Probably
just
are
as
fat.
shallow wanting a 666.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
is it's acceptable for that to be said by a woman.
Yeah, you won't get
And
shot
what I've
down,
just
yeah.
said then is not acceptable.
Yeah, it
is-
isn't.
where-
For me, it
for-
wouldn't
for-
bother
for-
me.
For those women there, when they say they want A, B, and C off a man, that is a preference. When a man says he wants A, B, and C off a woman, it's a perversion. And that's not fair.
Yeah, I get that. But from my point of view, for me personally, if a man turned around and said, what kind of women do you like? Oh, I like them, like you said, 6,
Whatever,
6,
yeah.
46,
Yeah.
28,
Yeah.
I'd fair enough. Man who knows what he wants, go for it. Good luck, mate. It wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't look at him as shallow.
This is the thing,
Yeah.
right, Lisa? You grew up in a different environment where looks are not important. What really is important is the character of that person.
It should
And the
always be
personality.
number one.
Yes, it should be, but it's not that
It's not,
nowadays,
no.
mate. There are women out there that still have those values and those traditions and those just simplistic
And men
things.
as well. Both.
Yeah, well, listen, a lot of men want that traditional type of woman. So there's a lot of tradition. And again, age plays a big part. As you grow, you get wiser. You get more wisdom, what to do. When you're young, you're playing the field, as a man, and nowadays as women do it as well. And like, it's a shame that there's a lot of acting up where both genders are blending into one. Do you know what I mean? They're blending into one where a woman can do whatever the man does and the man does whatever the woman. And it's like, this is getting out of hand. Stop, respect yourself, understand you got to look after yourself for the future, because if you end up that girl with 3 kids from 3 different guys, your future is messed up as a woman. You're not a high-valued woman, are you? You're someone who's like, she's a slapper. Look, she's banging out kids left, right, and centre. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't even know who the dads are.
The thing is, with a lot, it gets misinterpreted as like they're slappers or whatever because they've got loads of kids with different men. But there is other aspects where some people need to be loved. They want to feel loved, and then and it makes them so desperate that whatever person that they meet, which I've seen. I've seen this happen to people, and it's like they're so desperate to be accepted and to feel loved that they give themselves to these people.
Ollie, into the mic, Ollie.
They give themselves to these people, and then they get shafted.
I understand that.
It's not just, so you have to think of it like that. But it's not. I don't just because someone's got 2 kids with 2 blokes, whatever, doesn't mean that they're a slapper or anything like that. They could be really.
Sometimes they've been fucked.
They've been fucked over.
Yeah, but what George,
Yeah,
friend.
I agree straight away.
Because that's the first thing that sometimes a woman would think,
But
yeah,
sometimes-
before she gets to know the story. Let's
That's it,
see your
yeah.
story. Yeah, then I'll tell you and
what-
know whether
I
you're a
think-
slapper.
Hold on, Lisa. Do you agree with Tom just there?
100%.
First impressions ain't always.
Yeah,
no, but
Yeah,
three
but-
kids,
That's a good point, Tom,
3 kids.
yeah, but
So what you're saying in that case, they have a confidence problem or some kind of issue that they don't feel confident within themselves.
They feel like they've met the right person, but then it
They've
doesn't
been
work out
shafted.
like that. Yeah, but they can't
they've
stop
been
it.
abused.
They'll
Yeah,
keep going
it's
and
not
going
been-
and going. They
yeah.
can't
Yeah, but
shut the door on
Three
it.
What George
kids-
is saying, I think, if I'm going to speak for you,
Go speak for him, mate. You
is
can-
in
you
is
normally
in
do
like it's you have to be much more understanding the person that you're going to meet. Like, oh, this is me. Oh, by the way, I've got 3 kids that you're probably going to have to be stepdad to these 3 kids that you're going to have
thank
to
you.
bring up. Or like,
Thank you. A man
5,
doesn't want
7,
that, mate.
9.
Yeah, but
So
so many-
you're going to have to filter through. I mean, I don't particularly want that.
No,
You
Me
could be number
personally.
4. No,
Can
no,
I
like
just
Lisa
say,
said,
going
you said
back
they
on
could
the
be
Tom
number 4.
situation, this woman now that you're saying, which I understand what you're saying, she could be or have such a a thing about
Great
this guy
personality,
that
everything.
she's so scared of losing him that she
she
has a kid with him
Yeah.
to try and keep
Then
him.
she needs
to-
yeah?
hold on,
So
no,
she
no,
doesn't
no.
have a kid
She-
because she's a slapper, but she has a kid because
I'm
she's
sorry.
so
invested.
insecure
That is not
that
the-
she wants him and she thinks if she has a kid, she's going to keep that. He's going to stay,
Yeah,
and he
but-
goes.
But you
and
know
then
as
she
well
does
as I
it
do.
again. And then
having
she
a-
does
you
it
know,
again.
You know as well as I do.
invested.
Sorry, you know as well as I do that having a child is not a solution to a problem within a relationship.
know.
You're
Never
talking
has
old school,
been,
Phil.
never will be. What?
100%.
You're talking old school.
No,
No,
but
mate,
yeah,
no,
it's
it's not about
selfish.
old school. It's
What-
not
what
about
he's
old
saying-
school.
What he's saying is that
If
she
you're
was
having
fully
issues-
invested. She was fully invested,
Yeah.
and she was fully invested every time, and she was the one that got.
You can't pick.
She,
Who-
I get your, yeah, we're gonna perceive it as she's a slapper.
Yeah.
Fair point. And you could, what you said is like, oh, the one guy's done
No,
it once,
no, let's-
she's done it 3 times.
I feel bad.
But
I feel
at
bad
the same
for
time,
saying
she
she's
could
a
have been
slapper.
fully.
We shouldn't
Yeah,
say
that's
that.
harsh,
I
but
feel
it's,
bad.
but it's reality.
You know,
We're talking reality.
I know.
We're talking perception.
But
and
sometimes
reality.
their mental state may not
But-
be all there,
but
mate.
no,
Like Tom
no, but-
says, they
no,
need to
but-
be loved. They want to
Yeah,
feel
but
that
there's nothing
reassurance.
wrong with that.
and they
She
will do
had a good
anything.
heart. She had a good heart, and she was fully invested 100% every time.
Yep.
And
She
she
got
was
let
the
down.
one that got messed
Yeah,
up. And
but
she got let down 3 times.
Yeah, but Ollie-
Yeah. She got let down 3 times. Listen, I'm
I know.
advocating both sides here because I agree with both sides.
I know a
Yeah,
guy
so
that
do I.
is
I
like.
understand the perception of a new incoming guy is going to see her as that you've messed up. Your choices that you made messed you up.
What we're
but
going
at
is
the same
a man,
time,
a
is
man
that a woman
looking
is
for a
certain-
partner. Sorry,
Yeah,
a man
yeah.
looking for a
I
partner
agree with that. I know
would
what you're
not
saying.
go for a woman with
Of course,
3 kids from 3 different
I
fellas.
agree with that, but Tom's point was a valid
Yes, it
point.
is, and I
Very
totally
good point.
agree because
Very
a
good
lot of
point.
it's psychological.
Very good
And
point.
like when you want to be loved, and when you've been treated like you've never been treated before, and you perceive that as love. And now a lot of
Sometimes
younger
the world
people,
hit her too much, too fast
Yeah, a lot
at
of
a young
peop-
age.
Ollie,
and,
a lot-
and that's not fair.
a lot,
on
a
a
lot
good
of people
person.
have a lot of people get love and lust.
Mixed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
But when
wrong
you're
way
young,
around.
that can hit you fast and hard. And she,
Yeah, we should have learned. Be honest. I mean, like
You can't
she should
say
have learned
that,
the first
George. You
time.
can't say
You
that.
should have
No,
learned the
you
first
can't
time.
say
The guy
that.
the guy
you can't say that
disrespected
because
whatever.
if she was 100% invested every time,
Yeah.
and she got let down every time, it's not her fault.
Yeah, but sometimes you
Yeah,
can
but
ban
you
me-
learn by your
can
mistake,
be
man.
naive.
Not everyone
Yeah, but
can.
she didn't make the mistake. That's the point. She
What?
didn't make a mistake.
She's the one getting pregnant. She's
Because
the one left.
She's a woman. That's
she's
her.
the-
It's
she's
a
the one-
womanly duty to
Yeah.
have children with the
No,
one that you love.
no,
If you're
yeah, but-
100%
No, no, no,
invested
Not all the
in that
time,
man,
When you're
You've
having a
got
kid, you need a discussion. Surely,
Yeah, true.
there should be
Yeah,
some
true,
sort of
but-
birth control, right? Whether you use condoms or she's on, whatever she's on, like a pill, or that now you get the.
But
the-
now you're
the-
expecting
the
her to
jab.
play the role of the man, that everything you've been advocating against.
What?
She's
What
the
do you
What are
mean?
you talking about?
What are you
You
saying?
are.
I'm saying
No,
it's,
no,
it's a mutual
actually-
respect.
Martin,
as
argue this
Ollie
one
was
out, mate,
as
'cause-
Ollie was actually saying, this woman right could have had her first kid, just like Ollie said, and been a really basic everything into
50 seconds
this
to go,
man.
guys.
And the child comes along, and then all of a sudden she's with someone for say 15 years now. 15 years.
Yeah,
She's
but-
given her heart. She's had another kid.
Yeah, hold on.
So we're going
15
to call her a
years. Hold
slapper
on.
because
No.
do you
hold
see
on.
what I mean?
Hold
So
on,
there
15
is a
years.
circumstance on both sides.
15 years and then having another child that's 15 years younger. It's not a regular occurrence, is it? It's
No, but-
once in every
do you know what I
15
mean?
years.
Yeah, I
and
know.
that's not that is not. She's got
That's
nothing
just a
to blame
number.
there,
That's just a
right?
number. That's
But
what I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying is, if the kid, she's got a 2-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 6-year-old. She's banging them out every couple of years
Right, okay.
for 3 different
like
fellas.
I said, right
So-
back to the thought. She
I
made
think
some
we're going to
bad
carry.
choices.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're going to carry this on in the next segment of this show. Thank you very much. Please keep listening. We'll get back to you in a minute.
I'm alright. Cheers.